Hi friends, welcome back to the Little Red Cottages. Well, I'm not at home right now. I'm out having a walk down in town with the dogs, and we're at this little park, and there's something here that I want to show you. So let's go check it out. This is what we're looking for right here. This is dockseed. Oh yeah, look at that. The cool thing about this dockseed is that you can forage or harvest it and then mill it right in your own kitchen and make it into like a flour. And the flour is sort of like a buckwheat flour, and it has a lot of nutrient to it. And I'm going to show you how I do that. Really be certain of your plant. This is a pretty easy one to identify. It has these little seeds, and you can see the seeds inside the, I don't know what they call that, the chaff or something, but anyhow, be certain you're picking dockseed seeds and not something else. The other nice thing about this is that you can forage for this all through the winter. So this is out there and it shows up against the snow. So it's an easy thing for winter foraging. Although if you can get out and get some in the fall, like this time of year, then you're ahead of the game. Because you're still gonna have to prep it. Ooh, the wind's blowing. So now that I've gathered up a bunch of the dockseed, I do need to take it home and process it. Last season, I filmed the whole process, so I'm going to share that with you now. And then we're going to take a quick little run up to Vermont and bake some muffins with our dockseed flour that we foraged and processed for. And it's amazing. So come along for the ride and learn something new. There are a few ways to make dockseed flour. This is how I do it. Once you harvest your seeds, you'll want to spread them out on a large pan and pick out any sticks or stems and give the tiny critters a chance to escape. I did this as soon as I got home. Here, I'm carefully picking out the remaining bits of nature that I don't want in my flour. When you're ready to roast, preheat your oven to 250 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 Celsius. Roast the seeds in the oven for 20 minutes, stirring every 5 minutes. Then shut the oven off, leaving the seeds to cool. When they're cool, grind the seeds. You can use anything from a mortar and pestle or a power blender. I'm using a shake blender with a coffee bean blade. There's no need to separate the seed from the chaff. It'll kick up the fiber in your recipe. Store and use as you would regular flour. Next, I'm heading to Vermont to visit my friend Renee. She's been wanting to do this cooking experiment for a while too. The plan is to substitute dockseed flour for regular flour in a basic muffin recipe. The results were a happy surprise. See for yourself.
I would say whip it together.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to substitute 1 cup of white flour with 1 cup of our pre-toasted, pre-ground yellow dock seeds.
Correct.
Okay. So we'll start with the 1 cup of yellow dock seeds and then add our flour. So the recipe tells us to mix everything dry well and then cream the sugar and butter separate.
So this is the dockseed that I harvested last fall and then toasted off on the wood stove. And actually I did some in the regular stove too.
So you ground it though,
And then
right?
I ground it, yep, in a little, like just a little bullet.
A coffee grinder thing.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so then we're going to put, instead of 3 cups of regular flour, we're putting 1 cup dockseed and 2 cups of just regular. And we're keeping this recipe very generic so we can get the essence of the dockseed.
Right, and texture and flavor, all that kind of stuff. Right, this is the trick, is to not overmix. there's no big dry pockets. Yeah, kind of like drop cookies, you know? As long
Yeah,
as you
exactly.
Keep them the same size. Okay, we'll put this one in and set the timer wherever the book's held. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Stuck it in the middle one. It's clean.
Wow.
Clean. They look nice.
How's it look when you touch it? Like, just give it a little. Does it spring back?
It's dry.
It's dry. Look at that.
It looks really good. And, ooh, it's soft.
Look at that steam coming off of there.
Grains on that.
That's
it
what I mean.
smells
It's
really
like
good.
nice.
It looks really
and
good.
it's,
You can see
when
the
you
yellow.
touch it, it's
nice
and squishy.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do honey on the other half of mine. No, that
I'm
looks-
gonna
oh,
do
that's-
both.
Yeah. Butter my muffin. I can't believe we're doing this. This is like so fun.
I'm so glad we finally did it.
I know. It's been on the to-do list for so long. Okay, this is how we do pandemic fatigue. We bake survival bread.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I love the little crunchy. It's definitely just a little crunchy. There's nothing pasty.
Oh.
I love the texture. Because muffins so often are pasty.
And they're holding together.
Oh yeah, they're not falling apart dried at all.
God, I want another one.
Well, go have another one.
I'm
What the
going to
hell?
have another one. Oh yeah, those are beautiful. Holy moly.
2.5 dozen. So probably, I don't know, if you raise those a little bigger, you end up with 2 full dozen. Afghanistan, he's an orthopedic surgeon.
Thanks for coming along. Remember to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this adventure, give it a thumbs up. See you next time, right here at the Little Red Cottages.